We just need to activate Dolphin. Hey everybody, we're back.
Hey, what's going on?
We forgot to activate Dolphin, and that was the problem. Yeah, we need this Dolphin to get to where we're going next, even though I don't trust the Dolphins.
Never trust dolphins.
The fact that it's all
Yeah.
just clings on for dear life.
It's like right above the blowhole, too.
He's suffocating that Dolphin!
Good.
Fuck off.
Coming for that booty.
Swiggity. Swooty.
God damn it.
Swiggity, swooty, swiggity, swooty, swiggity, swooty. Give me that booty!
God damn it.
I hate you so much. You can go die. Does that mean Trident had somebody just put this thing down there?
I think it's more like Sebastian put this somewhere away, and that's where Sebastian put it.
Poor Sebastian had to almost give up his life for that.
It might have been like before that shark came in here. No.
So yeah, this shark is a thing now, and it's a pain in the dick. And it'll specifically target Sora, so, you know, be careful.
What if that shark is supposed to guard it?
Yeah, oh yeah, what if it's just trying to get it back? Like, if you just put it back...
Yeah, no, it was hired by Sebastian to, like, guard the trident.
Fucking die! Thank you.
Yeah, no, the shark's there just to guard the trident, and since, like, Sword took it, you know,
It's gone all Terminator.
it's God's sent. Oh, don't forget the items there.
Oh yeah, I might as well get these now. I mean, it drops decent items, so it's not like it's a total waste of time fighting him. Plus, he drops 100 XP apiece, so
Yeah, there you go.
there's decent grinding potential off of him. It's just, he's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, and plus, like, he spawns too randomly to really be reliable.
Oh yeah, so yeah, be prepared. He's gonna just show up randomly. So if you're in an area and there's no Heartless to be found, he's somewhere around.
Could you go through that anchor hoop?
Let's find out. Yes, this is stupid, but we're doing it anyway.
Good. Good. 10 out of 10 game.
I don't know. I say out of 10, too much water.
Fucking
IGN.
God damn it.
Look, I don't agree with their opinions on much of anything, but their walkthroughs are decent. And currently using one, so can't complain too much.
Yeah.
And we gotta go back to Ariel's Grotto. That has to be a euphemism.
Gotta get back.
Gotta get back to the Power Samurai Jack.
I gotta play that Samurai Jack game.
I own it.
How is it? Have you played it?
I played it. I got to a decent part of it. I'll admit the difficulty spikes in that game are brutal.
Which, not too surprising, would you say?
It's not too surprising, but there's a point in the game where you're getting just chased by the Imakandi, and it's annoying.
Right, but I do want, because like I heard it improves like the ending of the final season. At least, you know, it does its best to do so.
I disagree with a lot of people who don't like that ending.
I don't like that ending.
And you know what? People are allowed to not like things. God forbid people are allowed to dislike things.
I felt like it needed more episodes in my opinion, because like all other seasons before it had 13, this one only had 10. I feel like 3 more episodes would have really done favors for that season.
Well, I mean, I'm not too surprised they ended it. I mean, they ended it like maybe 3 episodes early. I mean, to be fair, this was supposed to be wrapping up what was like, what, a 10-year venture?
Yeah, and I still think like having a few more episodes to help pay things out and like flesh things out would have been nice.
I don't know why people were so upset when what's-her-name disappeared.
Ashi.
Because that makes sense. She can't
It's not
exist.
the fact that she can't exist. It's the fact that they basically directly ripped off Gurren Lagann. Like, directly ripped it off.
Oh, I'm not surprised to do that. I mean, we're talking about a series that has been around for a long time anyway.
I mean, still, it does kind of suck that they couldn't have been a little more creative with how they did it.
I mean, how would they expect to How did they expect?
I don't know. I'm not a writer, but they are. So, and plus,
Well, I don't feel like we have much of a right to do it if we don't have work on. No, that's Butch Hartman territory. I refuse to go there.
Ugh.
Fuck Butch Hartman, dude.
no, like, just because like you're not a writer doesn't mean you can't criticize.
No,
something.
I just can't stand people who feel like their opinions, like they're. I can't stand people like I'm not disagreeing with you. Mm-hmm. My issue being is that like, okay, but why do you feel like your opinion matters as much as you think it does?
It's because like I feel like.
How would you rewrite that ending if you could?
Thing is, I'm not sure how I would do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean my opinion is invalid because I don't really have the answer to it.
Well, there's a lot of people who shut down others' opinions based upon that method alone, though. That's a double-edged blade of an opinion.
Well, a good example is like just like say you're not a cook and you get like bad food, but because you're a cook, you don't get that right to criticize that food. Like I think that's kind of dumb. Like just because I'm not right doesn't mean I can't criticize bad writing. That's where I'm coming from.
But I guess that all comes down to the idea of what we consider bad writing.
And personally, it's lazy in my opinion. I think like they could have definitely done better. Just because I don't know how doesn't mean they don't know how.
Well, maybe they didn't have any other options. We don't know what they were going through to even come up with that ending to begin with.
True, and again, I also feel like having those extra episodes would have helped out with that.
If they're going to give us extra episodes, it better have been with the samurai, because him as an old man running a bar would have been great for 3 episodes.
Maybe we'll see. It might have also been like stuff to like flesh out Ashi more and whatnot because she.
I really didn't care for her regardless.
I really did like her.
I'm sorry, her and the Daughters of the Coup were like every other villain to me, and I'm like, well, you're gonna. The only thing that shocked me about them was their deaths, and I understand why. It was so to see Jack.
Oh wait, wasn't there a third chest in there that we didn't get?
If there was, I'm gonna come back to it anyway. So we come back to this room anyway. So.
But anyway, I do want to try out that Samurai Jack game. That's the point I was forgetting. Got lost in that.
That's fine. Like, look, I'm not disagreeing with anybody who says they dislike the ending. There are tons of games I dislike the ending too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that personally, I don't know what they were going through in order to come up with that ending.
That's also true.
As somebody who's tried writing for stuff before, it's a pain in the ass to come. And time travel's tricky. Let's just start off with that. Yeah. Time travel is really tricky of a topic, and most people, and I honestly think a lot of people in Kingdom Hearts will later on prove to be my point that some people just don't have any business in trying to work with it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
general rule of thumb: if time travel makes everything
Triton, that is the literal worst spot to leave your Triton.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I get that. Like, you feel pretty safe in like in your kingdom and whatnot. Can do basically just leave it like right there.
Like who has the balls normally, but still. I'm just. And as for the ripping off thing, I'm sorry. I feel like a lot of people take a little too much credence of what they consider original versus ripped off. Because I feel like anyone could have come up with that same ending. And we're talking about a show that hasn't been around for like maybe 10 years. I think there's
to be fair, that show did come out like after Samurai Jack.
That show may have come out after Samurai Jack, but Samurai Jack hasn't been a factor for like much longer than that. Like, it ended, and I'm pretty sure there are plenty of shows that have pulled that same ending and have been praised for being original for it. The issue here being that, like, I feel like the people who have an issue with it are the same people who are, like, pulled, like, what's a good way of saying this? Like, any show involving Ki as a power system would usually say it's ripping off Dragon Ball. And I'm like, well, that's not fair.
Why, we have company.
I mean, I know there's a difference between like ripping off and paying homage to. The thing is, it's like homage, whatever.
That H is stupid. Anyway, the American English is stupid. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but then when it's like a one-to-one type of thing, where it's like scene for scene, it's like, kinda. Especially when it's like right when about to get married, when that happens too.
Wait.
It's like, wouldn't it make more sense if she disappeared like right when they came back instead of like taking all?
It would have made more sense if she disappeared the moment Aku died.
Yeah, well, not moment Aku died because he died like in that same time period, but like when she came back to the.
No, I feel like moment she died too because that would have just instantly erased that time. And this is again the point I'm trying to make it that some people just don't have any business.
Because Jack, Jack didn't kill Aku in the. He killed him in the future, and then he also killed. Didn't he kill him in the past?
Yes,
too?
he did kill him in the past.
Oh yeah. Then when he killed him in the past too, then yeah, she should have disappeared.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I got a little confused.
No, yeah, the moment
Yeah.
he defeats. So if anything, they prolong that.
Yeah, that's like right after ending, at the same time Gurren Lagann did too. Like when he disappeared right after the ending. No. Do you see where I'm kind of getting with it?
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's a little unfair to say they're just. I'm saying that it's hard to come up with something that somebody isn't just gonna say that you're ripping off something else for it.
I get that, but also it's like it's a little too similar.
It seemed a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even think of Gurren Lagann, and that's more or less my point. Is that we're talking about a show that ended years ago, and most people probably don't continuously think so. I mean, I'm not saying Gurren Lagann was a bad show. I loved that show as a kid. You shut the fuck up.
I know my boyfriend recently watched it. Like, what do you think of it? He's like, God, I wish Samurai Jack didn't like see it because like the Samurai Jack ending kind of spoiled him for that ending for Gurren Lagann.
Yeah, here's the difference between these two things. You like the characters in Gurren Lagann. I'm just gonna say it. I'm sorry. A majority of Samurai Jack characters I did not care for if it wasn't the Scotsman. A lot of Samurai Jack characters were usually one-and-done characters anyway, and they really wanted me to care about the children of Ash, the children of Aku. They should have tried harder.
I mean, at least Ashi, like the other children, like they didn't really focus on for
I mean, to be fair, I will say I liked Ashi a lot more after she quit being all trying to kill Jack.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like she had character growth. That's why I liked. I would have liked to see more of that. But
That's about saying that like Azula. I like how some people say Azula having character growth is her losing her mind by the end of the series.
I mean, she is an abuse victim. Like even if she was like.
No, she's a neglect victim, not an abuse victim. There are two different things.
Okay, fair, but yeah, it's still she's not in it.
She is not in her right mind.
Yeah,
and she will never be. But I just love people who say that. I love it when the sad part is that is her character growth, losing her mind by the end of the series.
it's a shame because she's also a victim because of her father.
She's a victim. See, here's the thing: she was Daddy's favorite, and Mommy's not favorite.
Yeah.
That was the problem. See, now, when it comes down to the parenting of Azula and Zuko, both parents have done wrong things.
Yeah.
First of all, Azula's mom should not have just up and abandoned her like that. She should have at least tried to make attempts to somewhat curb the crazy her father was breeding in her. And playing favorites with Zuko, that did not help.
And when we say abandonment, we do not mean her leaving. This was before then.
No, that was before then.
Yeah.
We mean she just straight up didn't bother.
Yeah.
And that was her fault. Yes, we get it. Azula was a little socio.
Oh, never mind. Donald isn't covering the blow hole. He's actually a little bit behind it.
You are correct. I'm not saying that Azula was not a problem child. She straight up was a problem child.
Yeah, but definitely could have taken preventative steps.
Yeah, the problem is that she did nothing to help.
Oh, make sure you get in there before that dolphin comes in and pushes it out.
Yeah, I'm not falling for that twice. Alright, get over here.
How do we get here? I want to talk about this area, just this conversation.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, let's move on. I think we spent enough time talking about this.
Character development. There's plenty of... if we're going to talk about good character development, I will say 100% that Sasuke has the best of any Naruto character. I'm sorry. Yes, Sasuke is a one-note character for the entirety of the series. Don't get me wrong.
I hate Boruto, but why is Sasuke the best character? At his best in that series.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love the fact seeing Donald and the treasures nearby. Just let Donald knock the fuck out. Alright, do we have to go right? Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, remember. I remember what we're doing this time.
Oh.
I'm taking preventative steps to make sure this doesn't take forever. I'm going to replace...
Good call. Good call.
Because what we're about to do is going to be annoying, and I'd rather have...
No, I'm totally on board.
But, yeah, if we're going to talk about, like, at least decent character development...
I think he had the best, like, at the end of Shippuden. Like, when he's finally, like... When he finally had sense beaten into him.
Yeah. But, you know... Speaking of shows that I either have good to meh reviews on, or, like, good impressions on, Fucking My Hero and people who praise Bakugo for being a deep character.
No, that's...
Sweetheart, what do you mean Bakugo's a deep character? He's about as deep as water on concrete.
He's as deep as a kiddie pool.
No, that has a little... No, that has some semblance of depth.
I guess you can... I guess you still could technically pee in that pool and get away with it.
Is he the piss in this argument?
You know he is. The best part about Bakugo is his mother. Let's be real.
And her beta husband.
Props to that man for dealing with not only her but Bakugo.
Bakugo too, right? God, punishing Bakugo must have been a pain in his ass, or he never bothered.
He let the mother do it. Let's be real. She's the only one that could. I love how these two talk the most shit.
And will do the least amount of work. But like with Sasuke, like with Bakugo, I'm sorry. For people who for whatever reason believe he's a deep character, have you paid any attention to this show? Like at all? Name one thing about Bakugo that's deep. And that's his well of anger. Where the fuck did she go?
She's probably up.
Squandered my chance like I did the first time.
It's alright. If you die and we start again, you know, at least we still have the items back, right?
Yes.
There we go.
Don't you dare. Fuck off. Die. Yeah, so you want to attack... sorry, I should explain. You need to attack this cauldron as much as you can with magic.
She's stunned.
So, Ursula's not very vulnerable through a good chunk of this fight unless you attack the cauldron first. It'll stun her, Flotsam, and Jetsam, making her easier to defeat.
I think we got like halfway through her health, please.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Okay.
The problem is she can use the cauldron against you as well, so you gotta be careful. Flotsam and Jetsam will follow you throughout the arena and try to stop you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know there's one thing I like about Days with how they do magic? At least you can do like the different levels of it and they do different things.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's true.
Fire, and fire. They're all like different fire effects.
Mm-hmm. My issue with it is that
but
it's
that's
not
the one
practical.
compliment I'll give to the Days magic system.
It's not practical, and that's the problem.
Yeah, like
a lot of if it's frankly not Thundaga or Kiraga, there's no reason to use the magic system.
Actually, I think I use Kira more than Kiraga because like
you're right, because Kiraga sucks in that game.
Yeah, because like it's actually just like
it's just a barrier it's just like a little field of magic.
Although it did help in the Xion boss fight when it's like she couldn't like reach me, so it's like I was just staying out of reach and just like literally I was like a hair away from getting my shit stomped on. I was just saying to Kiraga, it's just like I'm sorry I have to do this, but I also need heals.
I mean, you'll see when we get there what I'm talking about,
it'll be a few games away.
But of all the game's magic systems, I hate Days the most.
Yeah, after I learned what it's about, I'm like, oh, I don't like this. Again, the one thing I'll give
the worst part about it is that sometimes they're not permanent. Sometimes you can lose them, and that's stupid.
Oh, with the spells? The spells, no.
No, you're right. I'm thinking the items.
The items. I mean, once you use items, you use items.
That's stupid.
I mean, it's the same as this game, you know? Like, once you use those items, you know, you use them. So.
To be fair, it's easier to get items in Days than it is.
Yeah, so.
Than it is in other Kingdom Hearts titles. I will give you that.
Plus, aside from potions, I haven't really used items too much in Days from what I remember.
I don't use items much either. I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, no. I know what you're talking about. It's like the fact that you have a limited number of spells to use. And it's basically D&D. Like, you got a limited number of spells to use this mission. Have fun.
Yeah, and once you use them all up, unless you happen to bring an ether with you, and even then, you're only going to get, like, maybe 1 or 2 shots of each magic. Of every spell you happen to bring. Yeah. And God forbid you didn't choose the right spells to bring.
That being said, those missions are still fun.
They're not terrible, but
Well, at least you kind of like, they at least give you kind of like a little mission summary. It's like, okay, this is what you could expect from here. You know?
yeah.
There's probably,
Here's what you should probably prepare for.
yeah. At least gives you that mercy, you know?
That's
So
true.
it's like, okay, here's what we give you. If you don't use it, that's your fault.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, okay, here's what's gonna happen.
I'm glad I got over and played that game. Like, oh, I was an idiot.
Oh yeah, like looking at your optimization then
Yeah, it's like,
versus now, it's like, ugh, what was I thinking?
God, it's like,
These things make me uncomfortable.
yeah. Yeah, it's like if a 5-year-old welded stuff together, like, what the fuck am I looking at?
Firewall and stuff together. That's a good way of putting it. Excuse us, gentlemen. We don't got time for you.
No, good way to put it. It's like, okay. It's like you're building a car. You know, when you're older, you know how it's done, or, you know, or at least have like a better idea of it. Where a 5-year-old, it's like, it runs, like with 40k orcs, it just runs on the power of belief. Have fun.
Runs in the power.
Oh, did you remember to equip that ability?
Yes.
I don't think you did.
No, I did. I just have to mash
Oh, okay.
it. Keep mashing, Sora.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Remember
just keep swimming.
remember your training.
What are they doing?
I go up. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we go here.
Why was it there a Finding Nemo world in Kingdom Hearts 3? What the fuck?
Because why would they make a fun world?
0 out of 10 game.
Okay, we're gonna stop it off right here. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button. You want to see more of my stuff, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to know whenever I'm uploading, hit the bell. Next episode, we're gonna take out Ursula. Hopefully, finally.
And hopefully be done with this world.
Seriously, I do not want to be doing this world ever again. If this fucks up again, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you.
I'm gonna
give you the clip notes.
It'll just be like a 30-second summary at the beginning of the video. It's like, you want to see how Atlantica's done? Watch another playthrough.
It's just me.
It just links to other people's playlists.
It's just me, a movie maker. Hey, sorry, you want to drown? What? Daddy, no! Daddy, yes!
Oh, God, it's just a clip art of us drowning, waterboarding Sora.
Waterboarding Donald. I would too. Anyway, see you guys in the next episode.
See you later.
Fuck did you two?